Welcome to the Destination Show. This is Thandile Mayekiso. This is episode number 2, and today we will be talking about um, uh, uh, something that we call procrastination. And this is a challenge that I've had for a very long time. And as I said in the previous episode, that today I'll be talking about this issue. And I've actually recorded some few um, things that talk about procrastination and how we need to deal with it on my podcast at the Destination Show at Spotify. And so I just want to quickly check out the definition of procrastination uh, and what it basically is and how it affects us. Because once we understand the challenge or the problem, then it is vitally important that we understand what it is. And so it says here, procrastination is the habit of unnecessarily delaying an important task, usually by focusing on a less urgent, more enjoyable and easier activities instead. It is different from laziness, which is the unwillingness to act. So it's not laziness, because laziness is just the unwillingness to act. And so I am finding this on Google search. And so it is definitely the habit of unnecessarily delaying an important task, right? And I did share on my podcast at Spotify at the Destination Show, where I did mention how there's things that I should have done a long time ago. Even with this podcast, I should have done a long time ago. But because of, that delaying of the process, the delaying of, what I actually know that I need to be doing for something easier and more enjoyable. And for me, that easier was playing video games. That easier for me was going out and dancing with my friends instead of, shooting content that I know is actually going to benefit me. And so procrastination is very dangerous in that we can wait, um, and while our lives move away, while our lives move on, while the time moves on. Time doesn't stop just because you've delayed whatever that you're supposed to be doing. But what happens is it continues on, and so the more delay you do, the harder the effects. Because 15 years later, you will wake up and you realize that you've lost a lot of time. There is um, a guy that I used to listen to, which is called Les Brown. Now, Leslie Brown is a motivational speaker, but before he became a speaker, he delayed his dream to be a speaker. He knew that he had the talent, he knew that he had the ambition, but because he had had a job and he was working in an office, he delayed his goal. He delayed his dream to become a motivational speaker, in fact, because he's a jack of all trades when it comes to speaking. He's a motivational speaker. He's a host. He's a radio host, TV show host, and so that journey took him 15 years to reach that point, right? And he says that he would work on the 15th floor, and he would sleep, and because he was dreaming, he would sleep, at the office, working on his goals, working on his dreams. But prior to that, he had settled for less. He had settled for something that he wasn't even enjoying. And 15 years later, he wakes up, goodness me, I should have been doing this. And so that has also affected me a lot. And I did mention in that podcast that I did shoot that, for me, it was more specific towards school. I delayed studying. I delayed going to school because of these things that I enjoy. In my mind, school would waste my time. But I look back now and I realize that I was fooling myself. I wasn't doing myself any favors, but I was actually ruining my chances of graduating earlier. And that's what I've done actually. I should have graduated by now because I came back to South Africa. That's a story I'll share on another podcast, of where I was from 2017 to 2019. But after I came back in 2019 to the country, I decided to, you know, apply for school. Then I got school, Brigham Young University, Idaho. So I was an online student because Brigham Young is in the United States in Utah, and as well as Idaho. There's another one in Hawaii. But because I'm in South Africa, I was going to do it online, and so I applied. Now the problem for me was actually doing the task that were required of me. And so instead of doing my work, I would I would like, nah, I'll do them tomorrow, and tomorrow's the deadline. Maybe the deadline is at 8. I'll wake up at 5 and I'll start doing my assignments. And I wake up at 5, or in fact I don't even wake up, or I do wake up and I feel so down, or my mind is occupied with something else, that by the time I need to submit my work, it's already gone. The time is already gone. I haven't done anything. And that's what I've done for a very long time, to a point where I was not sure whether I was doing the right, um, whether I was in the right major. And so I changed majors, right? Confusing myself. And my wife was like, "What are you doing? This is what you enjoy. Why are you doing this now?" I was like, "Nah, because of time. That one is requiring time." I came up with excuses. And 2021 came. I failed. In fact, imagine this: I had got a scholarship, so I was studying free. Right? I had got a scholarship, so I was studying free, and I lost my scholarship because I was just not doing good in my schoolwork. I was failing. Up until last year, where I decided, you know what, let me change. See, I changed majors 3 times. I went from IT to business to professional studies, right? And that's the problem with procrastination, is that when time goes on, you even confuse yourself, or you hear too many voices, and you wonder, which one am I actually supposed to be doing? And that's where I find myself right now, that I'm now confused with actually what I need to be doing, you know. But obviously, I'm a praying man, so that's something that I'm going to work on. And this is beautiful in the end, that this is something that I'm still struggling with to this day. And so I'm putting off that procrastination. I'm doing those small steps now towards my goals, because I want to graduate. I want to better provide for my family. I want a better job, a better paying job. And the only way for me to do that is by studying and by working and being in the right state of mind as well. So it's important that we put ourselves at the right state of mind. It's important that we focus on the things that, actually matter the most, instead of, looking for those instant gratifications which are not going to help us. So let's focus on that, my people. Let's focus on things that matter most, things that are important to us, and let's work on them. It's one step at a time. It's a journey. It's not a marathon. And I do hope and pray that, as I work on my goals and my dreams, you also work on your goals and your dreams, so that those can become your reality. Those things that you need in your life, those things that you want to achieve. I hope that you can achieve them as you work on them, just like I'm working on mine. Mine is to be in front of the camera and, just putting my personality out there and talking about things that I've experienced, things that I can share at my 28 years of living. Those are a lot of experiences that I feel like can benefit a lot of people out there. And so, please, guys, let's take care of ourselves and let's make sure that we are doing the right things at the right time. I love you all. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this, please follow me on all my social media. So it's at the Destination Show, obviously YouTube, the Destination Show. Please subscribe, like, and share with many people, friends, and family. As well on Facebook, the Destination Show. Like my page, and please subscribe, follow. Your support is much appreciated, and I know that as we work on these things one step at a time, we'll be able to find ways to do the things that we are supposed to be doing at the right time, at the right moment. And when we see someone slacking, or struggling, let's help them out. Let's not pull ourselves up and let others down, or not lend a helping hand, but let's actually lend a helping hand to those, that are struggling. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my part in lending that helping hand and making sure that we are not all, drifting with our goals and our dreams. Anyways, thank you very much for listening to this episode. And if you did like it, please like, subscribe, and also put on that notification bell so that when I do upload another episode, you can be notified immediately. Otherwise, thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it. And let's love one another and let's learn together. Thank you very much. This is Thandile Mayekiso, the Destination Show, signing out.